Pero, pag tinanong ka ng bakit, handa ka na bang sagutin ito? Handa ka na bang balikan ng nakaraan at kumprontahin ang dala-dala nitong katotohanan? Pagkukulang, kalabisan, mga maling desisyon, pagsisisi. Handa ka na bang harapin ang sarili sa pinakamahina nitong anyo at isalaysay ang kwento sa likod ng mga hikbi ng hindi tinatapalan ng mga panandaliang saya? Dahil magsisimula lamang tayo kapag handa ka na. Kapag handa ka na magpakatotoo, haharapin natin ang nasira at hihilumin ito ng tama. Hindi ipipilit ang hindi pa kaya. Maghihintay at makikinig. Tulad ng sanang ginagawa sa sarili. Kapag handa ka ng pag-usapan, tsaka tayo magsisimula.
IC5 Network would like to thank the following sponsors: Tri-Real Enterprise, Arquintos Enterprises, Kong General Merchandise, Valvatech Trading, Tri-M Dormitory, and U and TD Clothing. Also like to acknowledge our media partners: Rakista Radio,
Hanggang dito na lang.
Hanggang dito na lang? O hanggang dito muna?
Tingnan natin. Hindi naman natin hawak ang tadhana.
Hindi rin natin hawak ang isa't isa.
Ang hawak natin, sarili natin.
Hanggang sa muli.
Hanggang sa muli.
What is up, sightseers? This is your host, Jed Hoyosa, at nandito na tayong lahat sa pinaka-inaabangang social media reality show about love and healing. I hope everyone is having a great evening right now, so just sit back, relax, and welcome to X or Next, where will you begin again? At this point, nakilala na natin ang ating guests na had a glimpse of their thoughts as well as their questions regarding their previous relationships. And it seems like we already know all perspectives to all of their stories, hindi ba? But nope, dyan kayo nagkakamali, sightseers, because for this episode, we will witness yet another perspective to each of their stories. So without further ado, please welcome ang gamer raketera ng Cavite, Denise. At syempre, joining us tonight is the free-spirited artist ng Quezon City, Jasmine. Huwag na natin siyang paghintayin pa dahil nandito din ang adventurous partner ng Cavite, Justin. And last but definitely not the least, we also have with us our chillax guy ng Tarlac, Aaron. Welcome to the show, guys. But before we proceed with the show, gusto ko muna kayong kumustahin. Let's start with the girls. Gusto ko muna tanungin sa inyo, ano bang nararamdaman nyo ngayon now that we're finally down to our last episode and that we're all here ngayon? Denise.
Excited and kinakabahan.
And we understand kung bakit ka kinakabahan. Kami din kinakabahan for later. But we also want to ask Jasmine, ano bang nararamdaman mo ngayon?
Actually, same as Denise. And I'm actually excited to talk to you.
Oh, okay. So kung ganyan ang nararamdaman nyo, ladies, gusto ko naman, alamin naman natin ang nararamdaman ng ating guys. Let's start with you, Justin.
Excited at kinakabahan din.
Okay, so pare-pareho tayo na nararamdaman. How about you, Aaron? Ano bang nararamdaman nyo? Same as us ba?
Yeah, same as you guys. Now that everyone's here po, it's really exciting.
Yeah, it really is exciting. So it's wonderful to have all you guys here tonight. And so ito na nga, sightseers, oras na para sa first part ng ating final episode dito sa X or Next. Now's the time to say something. So in this segment, magtatanong ang guests natin ng tig-limang bakit sa isa't isa. Galing mismo yan sa kanilang mga bucket list. Chance na ng guests nating makakuha ng ilan sa mga sagot na matagal na nilang hinahanap and hopefully, may ma-clear out tayo in the process. Lalo na dahil kailangan nilang sagutin ang mga bakit na ibinato sa kanila with a simple 1 or 2-liner. First up, we will be hearing from Justin and Denise. Alright, the floor is yours, guys. Ngayon na ang chance niyo para tanong ang mga bakits sa isa't isa. So Denise, ikaw muna ang unang magtatanong kay Justin. Then Justin, sasagutin mo yung bakit niya. Then ikaw naman ang magtatanong. Alright, so alternate lang to hanggang sa pinakahuli ninyong bakit. So Denise, you can now ask Justin.
Bakit hindi mo magawang magtiwala sa akin?
May tiwala ako sa'yo. Bakit ka nang iwan?
Kasi kailangan. Bakit di mo magawang magbago?
Ginagawa ko pero parang huli na para sa'yo. Bakit hindi mo maramdaman ang nararamdaman ko?
Kasi magkaiba yung yung sinasabi mo sa kinikilos mo. Bakit paulit-ulit lang?
Hindi naman ulit-ulit. Meron lang communicate. Bakit naging irritable ka?
Kasi paulit-ulit lang lahat. So parang naiipon siya. Kaya parang pag na-encounter ko ulit, okay, ito na naman, nakaka-irita. Bakit di ka marunong makinig?
Nakikinig naman ako sa pero hindi lang pagkakaintindihan. Bakit ganon? May nararamdaman.
Hindi ko, hindi ko alam. Bakit mo inabuso lahat ng chances na binigay?
Hindi ko inabuso, no? Ginagawa ko naman para magbago. Bakit namimiss pa din kita?
Hindi ko alam. Siguro kasi mas more yung memories natin. Ganun.
Grabe naman yung mga bakit ninyo, Justin and Denise. Ramdam ko yung bigat bawat bakit na tinanong nyo sa isa't isa. But I hope nasagot yung mga bakit na yon and mas nalinawan tayo lahat, and lalo na kayo sa mga tinanong nyo sa isa't isa. Alright? Now, we will be moving on to Jasmine and Aaron. So guys, the floor is yours. So Aaron, you may now ask Jasmine.
Why do you think were we so complicated?
I think because before we got together, we were with people already. So I think that sort of affected when we were together. Yes, okay. Why do you think we didn't have closure when we last broke up in 2019?
Didn't we? I think because everything was rushed and I was leaving the country, so we didn't have much time.
Okay.
Yeah, so why bother messaging me a few months ago?
Because I didn't have any anger towards you. That's why I felt like I could message you back. Okay. Why did it seem so easy for you to move on? Oh, I know.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't easy for me. It's just that I just had a lot of stuff going on. I mean, activities. So I think that's where I put my attention to, and all of my time. So I think that's why it gave a different impression of me moving on so easily.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you go for me in the first place?
I think because I never really connected with someone the way I did with you, even on a friendship basis. So I think that's why. Okay. Why didn't you let go when it got so complicated with all our issues?
I think because you know this, diba? I tend to go on flight mode. So, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Why do you think we lack communication?
I think because we got tired at certain points. That's why we chose not to sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why connect with me or talk to me again recently after 2 years of not talking? Because I remember clearly you messaged me first.
No. I think I reacted to one of your stories now. Or you did. It was someone's birthday. And then you replied, diba?
Okay.
And then... So I think that's where it started. I think it was you first. You nag-react.
Yeah, but I'm asking why.
Wala na.
Okay.
Wala na. Yeah, I think same lang din with your answer earlier na you didn't have anger towards me or any issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I think once everything's sorted out, all goods na then.
Okay.
Okay. Why do you still entertain us?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Why do you still entertain us?
I think because I really see you as a close friend, so it's not hard not to. Yeah. Okay. Last one.
Mhm.
Why do you think we still connect or click so easily and still consider each other really close friends after all the pain?
Oh, I think kasi we started off as really good friends, our circle. I think yun naging foundation natin. So I think that was essential in having this relationship that exists between us right now.
Okay.
Alright, grabe naman yung mga tanong na yun. Personally, nabitin ako, lalo na cause all of you bring different vibes sa mga tanong nyo sa isa't isa. If I could only ask for more. But once again, thank you Aaron and Jasmine. Sightseers, okay pa ba tayo dyan? Now that we've heard everything our guests have to say to each other, this closes the first segment of our show. Stay tuned because when we come back, we will be having one other guest na makakapagbigay ng napaka-importanteng perspective sa mga kwento ng ating mga guests. Sightseers, meron ba kayong idea kung sino siya? Let's all find out after this short break.
IC5 Network would like to thank the following sponsors: Tri-Real Enterprise, Arcantos Enterprises, Kong General Merchandise, Valvatech Trading, Tri-M Dormitory, and U and TD Clothing. We would also like to acknowledge our media partners. Rockista Radio.
Welcome back to X or Next, where will you begin again? So at this point, we will now call a very special guest. Kasi minsan, kailangan nating tanggapin na it really wouldn't hurt to seek help from a different perspective outside the relationship for us to find peace in our hearts and in our minds. So our special guest for tonight will shed some light to help our ex-couples find out if their relationship is still worth saving or if it's truly time for them to move on. This is Tell Me Where It Hurts. As for our very special guest for tonight, she is a relationship coach and a romance author. She has helped many singles learn love facts versus love fiction so that they too would enjoy relationships in their everyday lives. She was also featured in talk shows for News 5, GMA News, and CNN Philippines. So without further ado, please welcome our relationship coach, Miss Eileen Santos. Hi, Miss Eileen. How are you doing?
Hello, Chad. Thank you so much for having me here, and I'm doing great, and I am really looking forward to talking to our couples.
Ngayon na nakilala na natin si Miss Eileen, oras na para makausap naman niya ang ating mga guests. So just to mention lang din guys Miss Eileen actually requested our guests to answer an Enneagram and love language test to better gain a specific insight for each one of them. So now, let's start with Denise and Justin. Denise, do you have any questions for Miss Eileen?
Wala po akong maisip sa ngayon.
Okay. How about you, Justin? Do you have any questions for Miss Eileen?
Nagharin ko eh.
Okay, baka ngayon wala pa silang maisip. But Miss Eileen, do you have anything to tell our first ex-couple after knowing their stories? Go ahead, Miss Eileen.
Okay, so hi Denise and hi Justine, and thank you once again for having the courage to really want to grow from your experience. And I know it's not easy for that to happen. Now, like Jed said, I asked for you guys to answer yung Enneagram personality test and love language test. It's just to add to our understanding of yung dynamics of your relationship along with what we found out from your interviews from the past episodes. Pero what I found is pareho kayo ng love language, which is quality time. And I just want to point out in a sense na one of the things that really kept your relationship strong when it was still ongoing was it was a big deal na you were both making effort to really spend time with each other kahit yung isa nasa south at yung isa nasa north. Okay, again, I want to acknowledge you both for risking a relationship considering that. And then in terms of your Enneagram, so si Denise nakita ko type 2, so siya yung tipong she will really always be of service to the people that she loves. Sa talagang pag ang isang mahal sa buhay ni Denise nahihirapan, hindi niya papayagan na pababayaan lang niya. Kailangan matulungan niya. Meanwhile, si Justin naman, siya talagang siya yung type 6, yung team player. Ito yung tipong parang we will work together to find solutions. Yon. So parang in a sense match din yon. But then again, it's also not just personality type and also the love language. Although maganda rin na naiintindihan natin itong mga bagay na to about ourselves, for our future growth. Kasi all relationships are growth opportunities. So if a relationship doesn't work out or if it works out, we're always growing from that. And what I found is na when you guys broke up, ito yung may mga breakups na necessary. Pero what I found from this couple is that they talked about what they needed, they talked about the patterns that they were seeing. Pero there are really situations na and that's part of the growth of a relationship when we realize na there are behaviors or patterns na we are not able to deal with right now, then and it might be a good decision for you to grow together, to grow as people pero apart muna. And that's a good decision then kasi before we really have a very good relationship with someone else, we need to have a very good relationship with ourselves. It doesn't mean na parang pag hindi ka pa super fixed, hindi ka na magkaka-relationship with other people. No. A lot of times, parang while we are fixing ourselves or while we are developing or improving ourselves, we can be in a relationship with someone else. Pero there are also situations where we really need to figure things out first. Yung emotions natin, yung behaviors natin, yung mga habits natin. Always be problems. All relationships will always have challenges and obstacles. But if very important yung relationship with ourselves first. Kasi very challenging talaga when we are in a relationship with another person. Kasi may ita-take on tayo na additional na responsibility. And in order to be able to meet that responsibility, we have to have a very solid identity first and foremost. So yun.
Alright, thank you, Miss Eileen. Baka may tanong na kayo ngayon after Miss Eileen has given a lot of words of wisdom and advice. Denise, baka may tanong ka kay Miss Eileen?
Tanong po wala, pero yun po, agree po talaga ako sa sinabi ni Miss Eileen.
Alin part doon, Denise?
Yung kailangan po, like pag-grow kayo apart,
may times,
muna,
yes.
bago kayo pumasok na yung parehas na kayo.
Maging ready. Yes.
Okay, how about you, Justin? May question ka ba kay Miss Eileen or meron ka din bang gustong isip ng guidance or meron kang nag-agree ka dun sa mga sinabi ni Miss Eileen?
Nag-agree ako dun sa sinabi. Totoo talaga. Yung kailangan niyo pong dumaan sa breakup para mahanap, parang hanapin mo na yung sarili. Ganun.
Yes.
Tapos, may kanta nga ako, di ba, yung tayo talaga, sadhana na lang sa sabi.
Yes.
Now, Aaron and Jasmine, now's your chance to seek guidance from our relationship coach, Miss Eileen. Let's start with you, Jasmine.
Yeah, okay. So my question is, how do you heal and move forward together when you've broken each other's trust before?
Oh, how do you heal and move forward together when you've broken each other's trust before? Okay,
Yeah.
parang ano lang I just want to understand the context of your question. Is that okay, Jasmine? Kasi parang when I watched the past episodes and interviews
Yeah.
of your stories, I am not sure about yung parang ano yung aspect of the broken trust.
Well, I think because when we got together, it was like right after we were both in a relationship with other people. So there was that sort of like gray area where it's like, you know, you can't really expect the other person to like move on directly, diba?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I guess that's sort of like the where we didn't really trust each other.
Oh, okay. So, but that was the situation when it happened. The trust was shaky in a sense because there's that shadow of the previous relationship. So, but your real question is growing and moving forward together, healing and moving forward together. Okay. On one hand, I just want to mention na it is possible even with broken trust kasi medyo different yung situation ninyo. The major reason for the shaky trust is that the foundation is based on because a previous relationship will always entail an attachment, diba? Na parang we know that it takes time to let go of that kind of attachment to someone you've had a relationship with, even though what you have could be a good relationship. So on one hand, it's not really a broken trust in a sense dito sa context of your question. I would classify that would be self-awareness in terms of that. So and what you can improve on instead of trust would be communication. The major thing about good communication is this: you know yourself first and foremost. Okay, and that's really the basis of good communication, because good communication only happens when you are aware about what it is that you're feeling, where these feelings are coming from, and the reasons for these feelings, and then you share those insights to your partner, diba? Parang how can your partner understand you if you don't understand yourself first? So in terms of growing and healing, that is a big it sounds simple, but that's a big lesson, and it's a lifelong lesson, by the way. It's a lifelong skill. You feel something and you try to dig deep into yourself. Why am I feeling this way? What is the cause of this? And then when you get these insights, you share it with your partner in a situation, in a platform where it's safe for him to hear your feelings without making him feel that he is the one to blame for these emotions.
All right. Thank you, Miss Eileen. Now let's ask Aaron. Do you have any questions for Miss Eileen?
Yes, bro. My question would be, why was it so easy for the both of us to leave the relationship, and how is it so easy for us to both walk away from something that was so nice back then?
In your case, in the situation that you had, when you say easy, sige, let's just work with this definition. Easy means na no one was blaming each other. No one was bringing up these things. In short, emotionally blackmailing the other. Is that what you mean by easy? Na
Yes,
talagang
po.
when you had a breakup, it was clean. It was
Very
okay.
neat one, po.
Very neat. Okay, it was neat and it was clean. On one hand, there are parang the only time that really happens is when the two partners clearly understand the reason for the breakup, and they both agree about the reason for the breakup. But in your story, that's it. It's not, I won't categorize it as easy, na parang ang dating is heartless or or cold-hearted kayo, but it simply means that it was very clear for both of you. You probably talked about it. You understood each other's reasons, and then walking away from the relationship, it's different from kasi walking away from a relationship it denotes abandonment. Pero based on your story, it sounds like what you did was you really created space for each other to heal. And that's super necessary. Kasi ang hirap mag-heal when you keep seeing each other. And I know that you've been good friends, di ba? And that's actually kind of difficult. Now you're used to being around each other, hanging around each other, even not as partners, pero as friends. But just the fact that you respected each other's emotions enough to give each other the space to heal, to really step back. It's not really walking away, but you really stepped back and you did your own, you went on your own journey so that you could heal and you could grow. That was actually very respectful. Kasi it made healing easier. Maybe that's where we will use the word easy. It made healing easier. Is that accurate, Aaron?
Yes,
In a
po.
sense?
Thank you. It clarified so
Okay.
much.
Okay. I'm glad.
All right. Thank you so much, Aaron and Jasmine, for the question. Sobrang refreshing talaga na makarinig ng advice mula sa isang relationship coach such as the beautiful Coach Eileen. So it is truly an honor to have you share with us your time, your energy, and your wisdom. And I hope it has helped our lovely X or Next participants in their journey of healing. Many untold truths have finally been expressed dito sa X or Next, which leads us down to the most awaited question. But before that, a big thank you to our amazing sponsors, Miss Mary Grace P1, Trium Dormitories, UNTD Clothing, and Valve Tech Trading for making this journey possible. And thank you as well to our media partner, Rakista Radio. Sightseers, don't forget to download Rakista Radio app for Android and join our community of fans and artists. Discover music, chat, match events, and many more. All you have to do is search for Rakista Radio app on Google Play. Sightseers, are you ready? We'll find out all the answers you want to hear after this short break. Ngayon at nakapag-isip-isip na ang ating mga guests, it's time for final thoughts, final words, and final answers. Kapit lang, Sightseers, because we are now down to one last segment which will definitely make us all sing one last song. Our previous segment surely was an eye-opener to all of us here when it comes to our stories about love and relationships. Kahit ako, ang dami ko rin talagang natutunan from our previous segment. Now, I want to share with you guys yung napag-usapan natin from our last part sa previous segment natin, yung about healing. When Coach Eileen said na in healing, you should not always have emotional blackmails towards each other. Kasi it would help you and your partners in your own journey of healing. So yun yung nakuha ko from our previous segment. Isn't that right, Miss Eileen?
Yes, very definitely, Jed.
Now, I know that our audience must be so eager already to know each of our guests' answers sa final question ng ating show. So what our team did was that we actually went behind the scenes with each of our guests tonight during the break kung saan ang ating mga guests ay ni-reveal ang kanilang mga answers sa tanong natin. Now, I'm just gonna ask our guests muna, how are you guys feeling now after being able to tell us your answers during the break? Sige, unahin natin si Justin and si Denise. Justin, ikaw muna.
Magaan, tas excited sa malaman kung ano talaga. Kung ano man yan, kailangan tanggapin.
I see. How about you, Denise? Are you also feeling the same way?
Oo. Bali, na-curious ako sa sagot niya and nakakagaan din ang loob na, ayun, sabi ko yung answer.
Thank you so much. How about you, Aaron and Jasmine? Aaron, anong nafe-feel mo ngayon after telling us your answer?
I'm really excited to know what Jasmine's answer is, and really excited to know more of what decision was made up by or how it happened.
How about you, Jasmine? How are you feeling?
I feel nervous, but also excited because it's been a good episode. So yeah.
All right. So just for everyone's knowledge, possible pa rin talaga na maging magkaiba ang sagot niyo sa sagot ng ex niyo. That is what adds up to the uncertainty we're all feeling right now. But we all know na acceptance, understanding, and openness are the keys. Grabe, no? Kahit ako, naghahalo na yung emotions ko, yung excitement ko, yung kaba ko para malaman yung mga sagot ninyo. Kaya naman, huwag na nating patagalin pa dahil i-reveal na natin ang mga sagot ninyo sa tanong namin na ex or next. So let's start with our first ex couple, Denise and Justin. Ano kaya ang pinili ninyo? Is it ex or is it next? Alright, so as we can see, Justin chose X and Denise chose next. So, magkaiba ang pinili ninyo. Gusto ko munang tanong kay Justin, ano ba yung mga kinonsider mong mga factors kung bakit mo naisip na X ang pipiliin mo? What did you consider upon giving us the decision na X?
So ayun, medyo rin isip, and bilang isip na feel ko pa rin kasi si Denise na ayun, may natitira pa rin, kaya siya pa rin yung pinili ko. Pero yun lang, basta napipil ko siya, tapos nag-gusto na rin kami kung ano man decision na noon.
Thank you so much, Justin, kasi shinare mo sa amin yung story ninyo. Now, Denise, ano ba yung mga naging realizations mo? Why you came up with the answer next?
Bali sa akin kasi sa ngayon, unsure pa talaga ako. So, ayoko naman magbitaw ng like concrete answer na okay, ito, tapos hindi naman ako sure. So, better answer next since undecided pa ako sa ngayon. So, yun lang talaga yung kinonsider ko kung ano yung napipili ko ngayon.
And as we can see, Coach Eileen, gusto ko munang itanong sa inyo, ano po ba yung mga masasabi nyo tungkol sa naging decision ng ating first ex-couple?
Okay, so what I know about both Justin and Denise is that they really they remembered the good times and the not so good times. Kailangan talaga ganun may complete vision tayo, hindi yung romanticized lang kung ano nangyari. And whatever the decision they made right now, they shared ano yung insights nila, yung factors that came into making that decision. So for Justin, what I see from his decision is what he knows is that the kind of person that he really wants to be in a relationship with is Denise. So, and we all know now with their story at least, healing is still ongoing kasi it's quite a new and a fresh breakup. Kay Denise naman, she is also acknowledging the need for more healing. Yun yung sinasabi niya, hindi pa siya sure, and it's really necessary talaga to figure things out for ourselves. Wala naman tayong deadline na kailangan fixed agad lahat. And as long as we are alive, we still have chances for growth, we still have chances for healing and making decisions for the next chapters of our lives. And whatever decision that they're making right now, I know it's coming from a place of courage and a place of trying to understand themselves better. So I acknowledge them for their decisions.
Ayun, thank you so much, Coach Eileen, for those words. And I hope it will help our first ex couple in their journey of healing, their individual journey of healing. All right. So finally, we shall now discover the answers of our second ex couple, Jasmine and Aaron. Is it X or is it next? Okay, Jasmine said X and Aaron also said X. So gusto kong tanungin sila, ano bang isip nilang reasons kung bakit tingin nila pwede pa yung relationship nila. Let's start with you, Jasmine.
So for me, even though we broke up, we're still really good friends. So we're still really, close friends. And because of that, I guess there's that level of comfort that at least for me, that no one else could provide, I guess. So another thing is, at least right now, I'm not open to dating. And I'm not open to finding a relationship with whoever out there. That's why I'm more inclined to X rather than X.
All right. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for sharing with us your reasons as to why you chose X. Now, how about you, Aaron? Can you tell us why you also chose X? Yung mga reasons mo, tell us why. Go ahead.
I choose Jasmine over Next because me personally, I feel really comfortable with her, and I'm not same as her. I'm not really looking forward to getting to know a whole new person or anything like that. Just because we're on the same level as of now, and I feel like that level of comfort that we have is where I want to be.
Yun. And we really respect your decision, your reasons why you chose those answers. Miss Eileen, do you have any words for our second ex couple?
What I'm hearing from them, they are not that in a hurry to jump into something romantic even. I'm glad for that kasi talagang we really shouldn't hurry these things. And I think part of what they said, they also got in terms of insights from the earlier episodes and segments is that they're really giving themselves a chance to grow. And that's what also we found out, what we talked about. Now, relationships with others, they deserve to be on a good foundation of a good relationship with ourselves. So I am glad for them and I wish them all the best.
Thank you so much for that, Coach Eileen. Indeed, those were very insightful and I hope may natutunan ang ating second ex-couple from you, just as I did kasi ang dami ko pong natutunan, especially from you. So again, thank you so much, Coach Eileen. And that concludes X or Next. And boy, have we been on quite an emotional ride, hindi ba? Tons of pain, but also tons of uplifting moments. But you know what, Sightseers? My biggest takeaway here is that in love, we should always be understanding of each other's shortcomings, be more accepting of the things that we cannot change about one another, and also always be willing to compromise. Kasi yeah, sure, you love each other, pero kasi we cannot discount the fact that all of us, we all have similarities and differences, hindi ba? Minsan nga, mas madami pa yung differences natin sa isa't isa eh. But after hearing the stories of our guests, I have learned and I have realized the concept of liking someone because and loving someone despite. After all, love is love, regardless of your differences. And love is a choice we all have to make every single day. So Sightseers, let us all choose to love, okay? But for now, it is time we say goodbye. So again, thank you so much to our guests, to our sponsors, and of course to the entire crew that made this show possible. This has been your host, Jed Hoyosa, and we'll see you again next time here on X or Next. Where will you begin again?